I was never a happy child. I think that if I had been, things would have gone very differently with me. For one, I don't think Ruth would have become my constant companion. Spirits like her are not drawn to the happy and carefree. They want salt, be it blood or be it tears. The question everyone wants answered is this: was I or was I not actually possessed? But it is not so simple as that. The policemen who questioned me all believed I wasn't. In this, they agreed with one another, if not in much else. You see, some believed I was a little fraud feigning a disorder of the mind so I could plead insanity and escape being sent to jail. One even clapped his hands and called me a marvelous actress halfway through hearing my story. They weren't all so cruel, though. Some pitied me because they argued that I was, in fact, insane. Because they couldn't agree whether I was mad, they brought in a doctor to see if I was fit to stand trial. His name was Dr. Montague. He was young, eager to help, eager to prove himself. I found him easy to talk to, which I suppose is why he was of such value to the police. He made the words tumble out of my mouth one after the other, all these things I felt and thought and remembered, like how I felt about Mama or what my earliest memory was. The latter is thus: I am crouching underneath the floorboards of the sitting room in which Mama conducts her seances. It's a small space, with strings bound to hooks protruding from the earthen walls. These strings all do something different when I pull them. One makes a lamp levitate. Another causes a shelf to tilt, making books tumble down. I must know what each one does and when to pull it. For this, I listen to Mama as she pretends to be visited by spirits. Certain phrases are my cues. I am perhaps 5 years old, and I am scared senseless. The space is cold and damp and smells of mold and earth. Though my eyes get used to the dark, I can't help but be terrified. Sometimes I weep from fright. Mama explains away these sounds as the spirit of a little child who is lost, and though her clients believe her, she still thrashes me after such a session.
"Do you want our guests to think the afterlife is a horrible place?"
she hisses at me.
"But Ruth is down there, Mama, and she wants to bite me and drink my blood,"
I howl as I clutch Mama's skirts, trying to stay out of reach of the birch rod she holds in her hands. I have not yet learned to take what is coming to me without a fight.
"There's nothing down there, you horrible little lunatic. You're letting your imagination get the better of you. Now stand still."
But despite everything Mama says, Ruth is in that little room underneath the floorboards with me. In the dark, her eyes sometimes flash green like that of a cat or fox. At other times, she doesn't have eyes at all, just skin growing over the place where her empty sockets should be.